Hope I find you well. Apologize for the lighting, but here we are. So what I wanted to talk about is one of the big things that really fucking stuck with me, really kept me back for a long time, is self-confidence. And specifically with perfection. You see, for a long time I needed to do the exactly right thing a lot of the time, and I couldn't screw up at all. It had to be exactly perfect. And a lot of this had to do with the fact, self-confidence and self-worth issues. Now, why it has to do with self-confidence is because I didn't think I could handle it unless things ran perfectly. Like, I didn't think I could handle any hiccups, any problems, any stuff like that. And that was true to an extent for a long time. And self-worth issues, because if I screwed up, I needed things to go perfectly, because if I made the wrong choice and screwed up, then I wasn't worth anything, because I screwed up, and all my value was tied up in what I could produce and what other people thought of me, etc., etc. Obviously, didn't go so well. So, when you realize that your perfectionism, and it was holding me back because I couldn't do anything, because it had to be perfect, and if it wasn't perfect, I just wouldn't do it at all. So, how do you deal with this? Well, you realize that the root causes were the self-confidence and self-worth issues. How do you deal with that? Well, self-confidence is just basically your perceived ability, as in your own perception of your ability to handle situations as they come up. To be able to handle yourself, to be able to accomplish things, to be able to do things, right? So how do you challenge that? Well, you just try new shit and see yourself succeed at it. Because that's the thing, success, if you're not trying, like if you're one of those people that doesn't try, yeah, you're not going to succeed, obviously. But if you put in a good effort, your solid effort into doing anything new, you'll succeed. You almost have to. If you try long enough, right? Like, maybe not the first time, but if you put in a solid effort. So, try new things. Try to do things you already do better, like, or slightly different. Just push your comfort zone, essentially. And then once you're comfortable with all these things, your subconscious will start to clue in, like, oh, maybe I am competent. Maybe my self-confidence should be a little higher. Because that's all your self-confidence is. How good you think you can do things. That's what your self-confidence is. And self-worth, of course, that's a whole nother bag of... But self-worth is tied into what you think you can do. So start pushing your comfort zone, push your boundaries, do things that you think are worth doing, because like a lot of our self-worth is tied up in what we do. So if you're not doing things that you think are worth doing, you're not going to think you're worth anything. So push your comfort zone there. And just keep trying, guys, and because it's a little different for everybody, right? Like, we all have little differences in our self-confidence issues and shit. So, just keep doing you. Keep moving upward. As always, onward and upward.